Mahal everyone, welcome to the BWSaiyan YouTube channel. I'm back again, it's your host 40, and today I want to bring you guys a brief video on my thoughts regarding the Power Rangers Legacy Wars version 1.4 patch notes. I know I'm a little late on this, probably after you guys finished watching this video, the patch had already been released into the game, but there's a lot of exciting things coming out, and I just want to give my thoughts on this, especially since I've been around since beta. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So we have right here version 1.4 release notes and balance changes. Challenges and talents update. Sounds great. Alright, so what's new? Challenges, talents, and more. New warriors. 4 mysterious warrior leaders. 4 mysterious warrior assists. I think we already know who 2 of those are. If you guys are part of my Facebook group, there were 2 screenshots that were shared of Lord Draken and Black Dragon. Both of those characters are exclusive to the Power Rangers Boom comics. I think it's great that NWay is adding these characters from these other universes, such as, remember, Superpower Beatdown Tommy? And now we have the Boom comics, so I think it's great. I think it's great publicity, it's great promotion, great way to get people to know about these characters and get into the game. And now they're going to add challenges. So it says right here, compete in a series of battles using groups of teams and reach the maximum numbers of wins in order to win huge prizes. My guess is that they're probably going to set up some sort of like a win 10 so-and-so matches in a row, win this morph box, or win 20 matches with this specific team setup and you get this morph box. I think that's cool. I think that they're adding this. We're just going to have to see how it works out with the meta. And I'm going to get to that. There is something about the meta with this that I know you guys have been dying to hear about. And right now we go to talents. Customize your team in thousands of new ways by unlocking unique stat boosts in the talent tree. So when I first saw this, I saw it on their Facebook page. I was like, did they get their ideas from World of Warcraft? Because, the first time that I saw a talent tree, in my years as a gamer, I saw it in World of Warcraft. So looks like they're kind of adding a little bit of like a RPG element into this, which, on paper, it's kind of like, I don't know how that's going to work in a PvP game. It worked for WoW, but everybody was level 70. Everybody had different gear, but we'll see how it works like here. It's kind of hard to judge, I'm pretty sure everybody will have their official thoughts on it once it actually hits live. Next one that we have here is, I skipped one, donate all button. Quickly donate your shards to your alliance with the donate all button. Finally, NWay, that you add this. We don't have to sit on our screens and go to donate, I don't know, whatever the maximum is, 30 shards, depending on what they are. That was a little annoying. Props to you guys, NWay, for finally adding this donate all button. So our fingers won't be so tired having to tap to send all those shards to our teammates. Next we have right here is player and warrior health change. This looks like a big one. We wanted to reward players that were dedicated to leveling their favorite warriors. We moved health off of player level and 100% onto the warrior themselves. This change will see your highest leveled warrior's health increase. The length of battle should remain similar as it was before the change. A full list of changes to assist health are listed in the combat balance assist section below. So they're removing the player health, which is, for example, if you're a level 1 and you're facing against a level 10, there's a big base health difference. So they're removing that entirely. I guess they had enough complaints that, why am I level 6 going up against a level 10 when they have a huge HP advantage? But at the same time, they're increasing the overall health of assists and leaders to kind of balance things out. So it's going to be more about the leaders and the assists. We're going to have to see how that's going to work out when the patch actually goes live and see how that's going to play out, if it actually makes for an even playing field. We'll see. Ability or bonuses increase. To keep player level and warrior progression meaningful, we have increased the bonus you get when upgrading your abilities and health with Orbs of Eltar. This will apply to abilities and health you have already upgraded, which means your powered up warriors will see a stat increase. Okay, so it looks like this is kind of their way for compensating for taking out the player health. So those Orbs of Eltar, which is used to increase your character's health and their specific techniques, such as their primary attacks or their special attacks, it looks like it's going to have an overall increase, and they're going to retro it too. So however much you've invested into that specific character's either health or ability, it's going to retro. So when you log in, when this patch goes live, you're going to see an increase on that specific character. Other improvements: Alliance message button to jump to latest donation, move redeem code button to settings to gameplay, updated tips, and a new app icon. I saw how the new app icon looks like. I think it looks great. It's like half White Ranger and half Lord Draken. I think it's really cool that they did that. So this one looks like to be more of like a cosmetic thing for the game. Cool, you know, always nice to see that the game's cosmetics are improving, you know, so things look cleaner on the screen when we play. Bug fixes: VFX performance improvements, combat side swapping bug, improved patch speeds and size. And combat balance changes. I think this is the big one we've all been waiting for. Zordon is watching, and in this round of balance changes, we've added some much needed buffs to Goldar, Kendall, Zane, and Mesogog leaders, as well as MMPR, Jason, Snide, Trakina, Assist, and others. I like that I see Goldar. When I first started playing this game, I said, I'm gonna play Goldar. I don't know about you guys, but I love him as a character. He's really goofy, but at the same time, he could back it up in the shows. He was giving the Rangers, you know, one hell of a battle every time he faced them. So I'm excited for that. This one right here, regarding MMPR Pink. After seeing so many high-level players using MMPR Pink with great success, we took a close look at her. Pulling her win-loss ratio for League 8, we saw that it is at 52%. We factored out matches where both players were MMPR Pink, which is acceptable. There are several warriors of all different rarities that have similar win percentages, plus or -2 from 50%, and given that her rarity is epic, she is performing where she needs to. Additionally, many low win rate warriors were given strong buffs this time around, so we expect to see her not have such easy matches against them, pulling her even close to 50%, which is our target this season. So apparently they feel like MMPR Pink is balanced. I guess we'll see how this plays out with this patch. I think my only concern is her backflip kick. It's really hard to block that unless you could predict that they're about to use it when most MMPR things like the dash, 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 and because her dash has a very unique animation, you know, it kind of plays into that really fast backflip kick. I think maybe they could have increased that to at least 4 or 5 costs since it's so fast, but I mean, we'll see. I don't want to, you know, be so negative on, you know, how they looked at MMPR Pink. You know, I know a lot of people approached it that way, but, you know, I want to kind of put a positive spin to it. You know, got to give them a chance, you know. I mean, they're doing their best with this game. They're trying to hear us out here. Zane. Alright, this is cool. To increase Zane's viability, we looked at how Z-Storm is more of a liability for him than an advantage. However, when it hits mid-air opponents, it is devastating. So we made it easier to combo into from his own move, Silverizer Slash. Now, as long as you just queue it up, it will hit all hits, completely unblockable due to being a mid-air combo. In addition to this, we also front-loaded some damage on it so that canceling it out is worth the EP cost. We also enhanced the Star Shot to make him able to deal with more incoming attacks effectively. So as you can see right here, Silverizer Slash, adjusted combo branching to connect perfectly when queued. Star Shot had a damage increase and a faster recovery. Z-Storm, both the first and last hit have had a damage increase. So overall, we're seeing that Zane is actually going to be hopefully a more viable character. Because I remember when he came out, we were all like, whoa, he has that stagger effect on one of his techniques. And then when he came out, he didn't have it. And he was kind of a bummer because, I mean, he's really cool. He's a 6 Ranger. And as we all know, 6 Rangers in the Power Ranger universe, they tend to be a little bit more powerful than the regular 5 cast. So looks like they're doing him some justice. Goldar! Yes! Goldar needed to have his damage front-loaded on his combo. Yes, he did. So that canceling would actually be worth it for its high cost. In addition to that, we have made his drop kick snappier so he can set up combos with less fear of repercussions. So the Goldar Slash has had its first hit increased in damage, and the drop kick has a faster startup. So expect some drop kick mind games here since it's a lot faster. I love that move. It's totally WWE. I think it's over the top. I think it fits his character perfectly. Dino Thunder Mesogog. Oh man, he needed a buff. Mesogog needed some serious work to get on par with other warriors. Yes, he did. His short range and lack of movement is too much of a hurdle to overcome. Some issues he had, that was his breaker focus strike lacked range, his psionic brain blast was confusing and sometimes buggy, and his combo didn't connect all hits enough. So we leaned in on his short range and decided to rebuild his kit around cornering the opponent. Now if he hits focus strike, he can follow up with all the hits of Mesozoic Rage if the enemy is cornered and deal massive damage. He can also control the positioning of the opponent a lot easier with Psionic Brain Blast by causing knockback instead of stun. So Focus Strike has a faster startup, Psionic Brain Blast. They increase the damage by 80%. It is now the mid-hit stagger is removed, but the last hit is changed to a knockback. And then the Mesozoic Rage, sorry if I'm totally butchering that, has had its damage increase on the first and last hit. So he looks to be more of an aggressive type of a character. I think they're working on kind of getting him to play, pushing your opponent into the corner more aggressively and kind of locking him down there. I think that's great because he did really have short range on a lot of his attacks. So it's great that he gets this. Dino Charge Kendo, she's back. Well, maybe not as good as how she was a few seasons back, but at least they're doing her some justice because when they nerfed her, they hit her hard. Kendall can now dash cancel out of her Plesio slide. Awesome, giving her more options to poke and confuse her opponents. In addition to that, we increased the damage on her gun butt. Interesting name that they put butt. I think that was a typo, and also made it so that she recovers faster from it. Plesio slide can now cancel after the slide. Sweet, she can now play mind games on your opponent, so you Kendall lovers, there you go. And gun bash, the damage has been increased and there's a faster recovery. That thing was already fast already, and now that they're adding this, gonna be even more viable. And one of my other favorites, Dino Charge Coda. Coda is on the edge of performing exactly where he needs, but we thought his shield toss ability could use a bit more love. Yeah, I agree with that. Speeding up the projectile makes it harder to dodge, and decreasing the time that it comes out makes it harder to react to. Shield toss, faster startup, faster speed. So, woof, gonna be so much harder to dodge that. Can't wait to try that out. He has a really cool style. His animations are great. I practiced capoeira for about 3 months, and seeing a character that is utilizing that martial art, I think it's really cool. Lost Galaxy Trakeena, because it's a multi-hit disruptor, we felt Bug Out needed some help. Reducing its cost will make it so that it gets used more, and adding knockback on allows Trakeena to get her opponent in the position she needs to set up her breaker attacks. Bug Out, reduced energy cost has been changed from 5 to 3 and added knockback on last hit. So great buff to her there. Hopefully with that she'll be seeing a little bit more use. And finally we have Rito. Rito kind of reminded me of the Dan of this game, like Dan Hibiki from Street Fighter. His animations are really funny, but he tended to perform exactly like a joke character. Almost borderline useless. I know one player whose name is Willie, played him against a lot of meta this past season, and I give props to you for that, for using him, and now he's going to be even better. So the damage on Rito's jetpack attack does is simply not proportional to the wild risk it has. Yeah, it certainly wasn't worth it. We've both lowered the startup and increased the damage. Flying Rito, damage increased first hit by 70% and it has a faster startup. And now we move on to the assist. So MMPR Jason assist, let's see right here. They're adding a knockback to the final hit, which means it can now be a combo. That's awesome. So now it has a faster projectile speed and the last hit does knockback. So a lot of combo potential there. It's a low costing assist, so it's going to be really cool to use this one. Assist Billy from MMPR, already a damaging and balanced breaker. We made Staff Slam come out even faster to give people a breaker that staggers opponents. So it has a faster startup now. So this one is probably going to be seeing a little bit more use as well. MMPR Pink, adding stagger to this quick hit means that you can Q and branch into another combo, making this assist a linchpin. I don't know what that means. Interesting vocabulary there anyway. But it looks good. It's even better. So now when you hit them, instead of them just going, they're going to go, and then you can like combo into whatever you want to do. And because she's a 3-cost assist, very cost efficient, she's going to be seeing even more use. MMPR Yellow, while already a great option for high damage, Rushing Daggers falls prey to being susceptible to block heavy opponents. We've increased the damage of the first hit and made it cancelable to compensate for this. That is awesome. I think giving this assist a cancel is really useful because, I mean, every time, if I didn't have a block and this hit me, lots of damage, but most of the time whenever I see an opponent use this and I had a block, it was kind of like, free damage on my part. But now that you can cancel it, mind games, combo potentials, a lot of things that you could do with this. So glad that they did that for MMPR Yellow assist. Movie Jason assist. I think he had one of the coolest animations as far as an assist. We improved the branching of Jason's dashing kick to provide better combos post-launch. Dashing kick, move combo branching earlier. So it looks like the combo potential for this one is a little bit better too as well. Movie Trini, a great combo strike to catch mid-air opponents, but the EP cost on it made it hard to use frequently enough to justify it over better strikes. Setting it to 4 will make it much more viable. So they reduced the cost of Movie Trini assist from 5 to 4. I remember when this assist was the most overused assist in the beta. I loved using it. I had a stun lock with Goldar. Not so good anymore, but I'm glad that they're giving it some love. So you're gonna see it used a whole lot more. Hopefully. Dino Charge Slide assist, a dangerously fast combo that just needs an extra stagger hit effect on it to be a quick combo starter. Spinning combo does stagger hit reaction. So they give a buff on that one. Excuse me, I call that Dino Charge Slide. I meant Snide. So they gave it stagger, so you can combo into it now. Dino Charge Kendall, increasing the projectile speed for Dino Morpher Blast means that opponents will need better timing when dodging. If that projectile hits, it's going to hit hard due to its increased damage. So Kendall's assist, Dino Morpher Blast, they increase the projectile speed, so it'll catch those people that don't dash fast enough, since you can dash through projectiles, and the damage has been increased. So that's great. Hopefully we're going to see more use of that as well. In Space Zayn. Zayn Assist is a fun ability that uses both projectiles and melee to overwhelm the opponent. Its only issue was that it was hard to combo off of. With the branching on it move earlier, this is now a seriously formidable assist for tacticians. Run and gun slash, move combo branching earlier. I actually really loved this assist in the past. It was a great way to bait blocks. It was a great interrupter. Even if they blocked it most of the time, as long as you use it properly, you will still get damage off, and now that they're adding the combo branching earlier, it's going to be even better. Let's keep moving forward. Dino Thunder Trent. This breaker is great with its multi-hit and forward movement, but at 4 EP the cost is too high. We also improved the branching on it. Try cornering an opponent with it and queuing your leader's next attack to play off of the knockback. Arrogant Stride. They reduce the cost from 5 to 4, and the combo branching is a lot easier, so the queuing of moves is a lot easier right as you use this, and it looks like it's better to use this in a corner. I think it is, and I think the animation itself is really silly, but it's cool. You know, he's confident. He's walking like this. He's like, I'm about to hit you, and wham! Smacks you, and you know, lots of damage potential right there. Assist Lost Galaxy Trakina, a fast attack that is cheap. Okay. The only thing that it needed was it has to be better at comboing, so we made the branching on it a little more lenient. Mandible Bites. Move combo branching earlier. So before, I know that this assist was more used as to interrupt. It was very fast. She literally goes toot toot, and like the timing to get it to be blocked, a little tricky, but now that they're adding a way for it to start combos, I think that's great too. I actually really like that assist. Low cost, very efficient. And as we talked about earlier, all assist-based health have been increased to balance the player and warrior health change. So we can see all of that right here. Okay. Sweet. So with all of these changes that they're making on this patch that's literally launching very soon, what are your guys' thoughts? I don't want to judge it too harshly. I think Anyway, you know, they should know what they're doing. You know, the game is always evolving. The game is always going to change. It is important for us as a community to give them positive, constructive criticism, you know, on things that we may not see working. Like, for example, I'm a little concerned about the talent tree. For me, I relate that more to like an RPG style of a game where you're customizing your character. But then again, there are games that have succeeded having a mechanic like this, like for example League of Legends, or I mean even World of Warcraft, like I mentioned earlier. When you PvP, those talents come into play. So overall, I'm happy. I'm really excited about the new characters. What do you guys think are going to be the other 2 characters that are going to be announced? I think Gold Zeo is one of them. Just saying, if you guys don't know what I mean, check out my video where I interviewed Chris from Enway at HydroCon. But again, overall, really excited to see what Legacy Wars patch 1.4 is going to bring us and what the meta is going to be. I hope we see a whole lot more different team comps and you guys creating your different teams of Rangers that you love. Again, this is the BWSaiyan. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. See you later.